So after those two demonstration works, here we are back in the steel rooms in Brick. We've got another acrylics course here. Unfortunately, we couldn't get enough of the pastels, which is strange because they've run very well before. So anyway, here we are with the acrylics course again. We've got 5 today. One's just dropped out today. Will be with us for the next 3 weeks. Flowers today, and we're going to do the technique of blocking in the background darker midtones and midtones right down to the darks, and then working the lights over the top, as we can do with an opaque medium such as pastel or oils or acrylics. We're going to be using MDF today, so let's see how we get on with our students for that. It should be fun and a very pretty little picture at the end. So let's run through what we're doing then. If you've got filberts, films are good today because the filbert brushes are ideal for doing leaf shapes. The end of a rounded filbert is ideal for leaf shapes, but equally, if you wanted to do the block method, it can be used. We're working from these two photographs today, and I brought you two from the same view, Burton Agnes Gardens, because I want you to be able to pick and match. And what I've done here already, you'll notice, you can just see from there, depending on your eyes, I've got my new glasses now. But I've taken the sky from here, not you can see that yet, but it's more interesting. I've taken these big delphiniums here, and then I've taken those red ones to go there, and then I've taken these yellow ones to go here. I've got that red one to go slightly more to the left. I've moved a bit from my composition more to the left to lead the eye in. And I want these more purple flowers across here. So I've mixed and matched to what I want. And that's what you can do today. We're here to make a painting, not to make a photograph. It's the end product that's important. Not many people would know if the lighthouse you painted is 1 foot to the left or right, unless they've got a photograph to measure it to. It's the end product that's going on the wall that's going to matter, isn't it? So we're not bothered about, reproducing something exactly as a photograph. It's more difficult if you're doing a portrait or an animal or something like that, yeah, to really get it exact. We can just make payment. Famous artists were the same. If you look at Constable's Hayway, many of these paintings, the landscapes are still there. And that landscape where the Hayway was painted is actually still, the trees are still there. And you'll find that he's moved trees 30 feet, sometimes 30 yards around for his painting. So, if he can do it, we can't we? MDF rather than canvas today. Next week canvas. Next week we're having a canvas about this size. We'll probably use the sponge rollers and the brush work. It's difficult to use sponge rollers on a smaller canvas, but we can do that. And we're doing that market scene, this nice bright market scene next week. So hopefully you'll manage to be with us. Enjoy it. So different techniques every time as before, by your choice. And we've got a boat one to do later as well. But on this one, MDF, we haven't even primed it. So I wanted to go back again to that matter of you can paint straight onto hardboard. It's an artificial board, it's got resin in it. It's more stable than canvas, it's more long lasting than canvas, and it's cheaper than canvas. Yeah. So canvas is a nice thought, canvas is nice, but MDF is actually more durable. And the paint soaks in very quickly. So it gives us the advantage of being able to paint it, even with the oils. You can do this in oils, you can paint oils directly onto MDF. It means we can paint onto this, it's going to soak in very quickly, and we'll be able to paint on succeeding coats. It was staining in the first coats. But remember that we're not unlike watercolour. I don't know what you painted with before, but they were painting lights over darks and darks over lights and lights over darks. With watercolour, it goes from light to darker, doesn't it? This one was gouache and masking fluid. With this one, we're able to paint our lights over our darks. So what we're going to be doing, instead of having a black, I was tempted to paint it black. Remember we did that one black last time. We could have painted this a deep colour and then have that glowing through. But this time we're going to just build up our shapes in blocks of medium tones down to the darks. And we're going to work with those medium tones outwards to our lightest, which are the flowers. Because we can paint the opaque paint over the top. Our only problem with many paints, especially the cheaper ones, same oils, yellow is a swine. Yellow tends to go very transparent. It's very hard to get the yellow to not disappear on us. Also some of the magentas can disappear a bit as well. So with the yellow we probably need to use a little bit of body colour. That's what we're going on. Body colour is white. White is opaque. Normally it can be transparent white, but it's body colour, so we'll fill it slightly. So a little bit of white into it will stop that transparency of the yellow and make it a bit thicker and stronger. So when you use the yellow you might need to use a little bit of white into it. We can use deeper yellows as well. We're going to work out, I'm going to work out through a demo with you now, all of these variously, having said that, I do tend to like to start with the horizon and the sky, so I'm going to start with fairly light. I'm going to start with my sky and get my sky done. I want to break my sky into the trees and my trees into the sky. Again, we can do light into dark, dark into light, but it's very nice to paint the sky in and paint the trees in, and then bring the trees over and bring some of the tree light from the sky coming through the trees as well. Okay, with the watercolour we'll be starting with the whites and leaving those and putting the blues around. With this, what we tend to find with skies, especially a blue sky like this, is that it is cooler towards the horizon, or they sometimes get a pink glow, and then it comes up warmer into the high up in the sky. So I'm going to start with a fairly turquoise greeny blue and work my way up just with painting the background over. The clouds on afterwards. So I'm going to start with the turquoisey blue and then work my way up towards the ultra blue. Nice delicate brush strokes are going to come into this. I'm going to now use a little bit of, so just to deliberately show you a little bit of cerulean blue straight onto this, and look how warm that is compared to it. That is a cool blue. Before we put on the turquoise, that would be a very cool blue. Look how warm it is compared to this. So I'm going to bring that down, and this time I'm going to use my finger to blend. I'm not even going to get to ultramarine at this rate. I'm going towards the cobalt now up here. Look how warm that is. And it's one next to another, light next to dark, rough next to smooth, warm next to cool, will bring something out. So we'll start with that, let that dry now, and then I can do my, I don't need to work wet into wet on this, I'm going to work wet over dry, so I'm going to let that dry a moment, let me catch up.
Sorry, please, yellow ochre
and white, so white and yellow ochre the other way around really, when you've got your sky done. You could even go slightly pink into this, and I might well do that. I'm going to use this warmer light at first. Now this is it, almost dry brush, so not too much paint on your brush. A little bit, my paint isn't quite dry yet, and just tickle that on the tip of your brush and change the direction slightly, so feel that shape of the cloud, and it's a very warm light colour this. And all sorts of colours, we could even have a bit of pink in these clouds, but we'll do it at this moment, just see how it goes. Right, so that's my warm light white, warm. And the next colour I'm going to make is a cool cream. So I'm taking the same white, we've got one white, and a little touch of my lemon yellow in this case. Now because I'm a colourist, I like lots of colour in my paintings. It's up to you whether you do this or not. You can leave the painting at that, that's satisfactory. Or I'm going to just take a little bit of magenta now, which you haven't got yet, it's over here if you need it. I'm going to add a little bit of magenta. Right, I've used ultramarine, yellow ochre, and a little touch of the yellow to make a mid-green grey here. I'm going to paint that right up to the edge of the sky marks here. And that's a sort of mid-green, a grey green, but it's still darker than the sky. We haven't used any warms but the yellow ochre, so already we've got this feeling of the distance by using our cool hues in these greens and blues. We're going to come back, we can't go wrong, because if anything goes wrong, we'll just go back over it later, just paint over it when it's dry. So don't panic about anything here, plenty of time. So slap the paint on when we're doing this bit.
Is this the ultramarine?
This is the ultramarine yellow ochre I'm doing as the background. Yeah. Just to be, this is my background darks, which are going to be much lighter than the. I'm going to bring some of the foreground darks into it. I'm going to put my midtones in by just using these yellow ochres and blues. Just one against the other. We're not going to really need black, I don't think, at all, because we're going to get away with these lovely deep, rich colours. Painting them in the shadow shapes approximately, where I'm going to have a lot of light colour left. I'm not bothering where the warm, cool darks. You will have to put second coats and layers on things and get these.
Yeah, it just disappears as well.
It does. It sinks in anyway. Yeah. I haven't needed to use any strong green at all yet. I'm just using these sort of green greys to block up the background. Do watch those brush strokes. I'm making more vertical brush strokes now because I've got some very fine stems in these flowers behind. So I'm starting to actually work about those marks. Right. That's my basic midtones and darks done. Ready to start working the other greens up over the top. Now, what I've also said before is when you've got a colour on your brush, if you see it somewhere else, then use it. I've got this very light cream on my brush at the moment, so what I'm going to do is, I've got some lovely light roses up there, I'm just going to put a bit of that into here, because it's on my brush and I want to use it up. So I'm jumping ahead. Number 2 filbert, and now it's completely up to you. You're using your yellows, your proper yellow, you can even start using your various greens. You can use the turquoise, whatever you think, but look at the difference in warms and greens. Right, if I want to take some of that deeper yellow for a start. Okay, I'm going to look at this a little bit here for a start. That little bit there, look. That's so gentle and so subtle, all I have to do is just add my brush strokes gently there, with the tip of the brush, and I can make that distant effect of those leaves, just catching the light there, coming up through here. That was a simple one. Then they go slightly cooler, so I'm going to mix with the same paint a little bit more of the green you've got, the iridium. Sorry, emerald, I think it's emerald you've got there. And bring that down into here, little strokes for the distance, and we'll look at the subtlety I can get. And I'm painting with light. So those marks are these soft, fluffy bits back here. Let's come across to here and look at those leaves there, a little bit more lemon yellow to that. And it changes slightly, a touch more white in there, just ever such subtle differences sometimes. Now I've got this bush coming around here, it starts to break up into little highlights, so I'm going to use the tip of the brush to make slightly sharper edges look back there. That was the flat there drawing it down. Now I'm using just the tip of the brush pick up on the edge of those leaves there, then the flat of the brush again, tickle it down and blend it in. So we've got soft, tickled in areas with the flat dry of the brush. We've got the tip of the brush sideways to start making those marks. Let's what else this brush will do. We'll take the same colour, and I've got much larger leaves going on up here. And I'm going to use the edge of the brush now to start making those medium-sized leaves cascade down through here. And you see how the dark colour behind is now glowing through. But it isn't just one colour there. This is a slightly warmer green. So I use the brush there at the side, just the tip of the brush, go up there. I'll take a little bit of my turquoise now. Same thing. And look at the cool of those leaves coming up there. Play that against those warmer leaves. Look at the difference now in the sunlight on those warmer leaves. The tip of the brush. Leaves, trees to me are like atomic explosions. The acorn comes down, hits the ground, explodes, grows up into the stem of the tree. More yellow in there now. And it cascades out like umbrellas. I'm going to do a much brighter yellow now, so coming up through here, right up into the sky here, and the trees opening up into that umbrella now before it cascades out downwards and drops down like the atomic waste. So those are the marks there, okay?
Yeah.
You get the idea that up and out and down.
Yes.
Like a waterfall almost.
Yeah.
It's constant.
Yeah.
Branches grow from thick to thin always, never thick, thin, thick.
No.
So if your branches are right, that's that mark. Let's look at these marks here now. Take that same colour, a little bit of turquoise into that now to go slightly cooler, and a little bit of white. You know it's going to sink slightly, so this is what I said about the yellows. The very tip of the brush, now flatten that brush right out. You've got your little round brushes, you can use them, but you can get away with the one brush so much. Right, these little leaves came down here, look like that. But now if I flatten my brush right out, and remember the mix of the paint is important, so if your paint's too thick you can't do this. But I've got lots of little stems here. I'm just going to use my brush ever so lightly. Flick, 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 flick. bring in these little stems as textures against this. Quite different textures. A bit thinner again. I could use a fine brush if I want, doesn't have to just be this brush. Right down through here, just they're sinking in because the paint's very thin. Now I can do the same with counterpoint. I can take my dark from earlier and I can put that in the same way here amongst these lights, start making the texture of these daisy stems. So we've got 1, 2, 3 marks already. Let's look at these lovely chunky marks down here of these leaves. Make your marks about the leaves you're painting. So the different greens here, we've got a turquoisey bluey green, we've got a lemon yellowy green, we've got a yellow ochre green there. How am I going to make those marks? Right, I'll take the turquoisey green first. Do lemon yellow and turquoise. And you can almost see that mark there being like that. So that's just here. I want that. Use the side of the brush, slag it out in nice big marks. Those marks are about those things. And I can work into that, a little white. While it's still wet, I can work wet into wet. Got that bit. Down here there's a curly bit coming down. Here there's around that edge of that leaf there. Paint about these marks, that edge of that leaf coming down there. I'm going to put some different flowers in here in a minute. And just show me how we can make these marks by painting about what they are. Now there's some lovely blue happening into that. The light shines down. This is where you're going to start really making your pure colours down there. These marks, each of these marks is about one of these marks here. These marks up here for the pinks of the seed heads. How many different marks can we make? How many different colours can we make? Right, again, the seed heads are almost just using the brush slightly heavier, pressing down light then heavier, then light then heavier, light then heavier. Going this way. You see what I mean by that? It's almost like Chinese brushwork, isn't it? We're using the shape of the brush to get all of these different marks. So you're going to have to find these different marks and different colours with your brushes and explore and experiment. This is why I had you doing all these darks first, because now you can see the darks are going to glow through behind. And providing you've made the dark strong enough, so you've really got to hit that pure colour. Now I'm almost putting on some pure emerald into here now. And you see how that works against the Donna colours that we painted earlier. Even the crisscrossing of little bits of light. This is little highlights there. I have to be very careful on that. It's sunk a bit, so I come back a bit. But I just start putting it on this light. Magenta. That's these results here I'm looking at the minute. Those to come up and through behind here. So I'm going to paint this very deep purple in first. I'm not going to do all of them, just to give you an idea how I can use the lights over the darks. And it's surprising what colours those are going to be as we go along. If I now take this tip of the brush, and I'm going to need to come around the edge of those a bit more. And I'm just going to bring in those lights and darks. Lighter still, and I'm going to go a tad cooler. So I've got that very light colour, and we've got a little bit of blue to it now. Tiniest amount of blue to make it cooler, which will stand out against these. Only subtle, you really got to look for these subtle colours. A deep red at first, and then put the cadmium over afterwards. This is going to sink, because you can tell the paint's thinner. Lighter still, a little bit of cadmium orange into that orange. Sorry, cadmium yellow into the orange. Maybe even brighter still. Let those dry and they'll sink, and I'll come back again. Right, so it's break time. So that's it. Flowers, dark to light, the same way as the leaves. Now I'm starting to paint these delphiniums, but I'm going to use the paint almost sculpturally, very heavily, so that it doesn't sink much. Don't forget to braid into your shapes. Wow, that blue stands out, doesn't it? Right, so what do you mean about warm, cool blue there?
Yeah. What colours have you used for that?
I've used the cobalt ultramarine and now the turquoise again with white. You can see what's happening now, I'm adding this red to the blues here, how it's making the blues stand out. So we're playing opposites in the colour circle again here, get that lovely effect of the reflected light in. Now these flowers here, what I've done is a magenta, alizarin crimson, and now I'm using the burnt sienna, which is a warmer brown, just at this edge, to make the other magentas seem brighter. Yes, that's probably a pretty warm feeling.
Oh, maybe on yourself?
I don't know. No idea, maybe.
No, it's not on there, love.
It's when you get the contrast and the colours, isn't
That, yeah, that's the way.
it? Just trying to feel out some of these.
No, you've got some lovely space in that, some lovely distance. I like when you get the bright reds and all those colours in suddenly. So I think I've got my vibrance of colour happening now. I need to maybe go in with a few darks here and there to start picking out the darks as well. But great otherwise, yeah. Oh yes, you've got a lovely light in that. What painting have you done before?
No.
Hmm?
No.
None at all. This is not your... Absolutely amazing, yeah. Lovely.
It's not that I'm making it, it's just I'm running out to the other, so I'm having to...
Strength of colour, right, my. That's lovely now. Lovely light coming through. Right, that's good. Now we've got that.
Spits, isn't it?
Happy bunny. Yes, she's very happy bunny. You're So, another session done, and we've got some beautiful flower paintings there. And normally I ask each of you how you got along, so I'll do that today. How do you feel today? Right, so what have we learnt today? We've learnt about different greens, the cool and warm greens, and the different colour hues, haven't we? Apart from then working the colours on top, the flowers on top. And you've understood about the fact that a flower isn't just one colour, that in fact it takes several colours sometimes to make the effect of something, yeah. So overall it's been fun and you've learnt a lot, yeah? And this lady on the far right here, it's our first time ever, and wow, look at that painting. So we're all really envious of the way her talents come out, so we'll be seeing her again, I'm sure. How did you get on today? Very well, didn't you?
Yes, I've enjoyed it, and I also enjoyed, I find it very useful finding out how to put it all together at the end, rather than just having different sections.
Yes.
Yeah.
Those last darks.
Yeah, I learned a lot today, and I like the idea of how you use the black or the very, very dark at the end to make some shapes
to pull them out. And indeed, I mean, down, I'm just looking at your painting, but down here, this lovely bit of turquoise green, your bottom right of your bottom left of your painting, it's beautiful. From here, it really stands out, you know. Big smile on camera. I love that on Facebook tonight. Thank you.
Hello! Peter, are we allowed to say we're completely exhausted?
No. Yes, because I've worked too hard to get your money's worth. That's right.
That's how I feel.
You're supposed to stand back there and carry on because we're still filming you.
Oh, yeah. That's how you say.
Every time we get you on film because you're at the end naturally going, we've got you right now on camera, so what have you got to say? Anything more?